So homes in Edina sell between the mid and high 600s in 33 days, even in this market. So what makes this suburb the premium over every single other Minneapolis option? Today, I'm going to take you on a complete driving tour of the entire city of Edina. The shopping, the parks, 50th and France, all of it. After helping 3,600 families move in and around the Twin Cities, I'm going to show you why this is the #1 suburb that people want to move to the most. So why do people move to Edina, right? I get asked that all the time. It's all about convenience, location, location, as we say in real estate. 8 miles from downtown Minneapolis. We have about 53,000 or so people that live in the city. It's very walkable. It's got a ton of shopping, a ton of places to go out and eat. I can't wait to show you this wonderful city of Edina and all it has to offer and why so many people choose it as the #1 place to live in Minnesota, and it's really a special place. Yep, so here we are coming up on 50th and France, and the cool thing about 50th and France is it's really the heart of everything for Edina overall. There's tons of shopping. There's about 175 stores. One of my favorite restaurants, which is Mr. Paul's Supper Club, is right up here. So you really could do all the shopping, all the eating that you want, really walkable, especially in the summer and even in the winter, quite frankly. Definitely going through kind of a renaissance and renovation here where you have a lot of building going on, and you can see that, you know, up in front of us. If you go to the right here, 50th in France, you get into Minneapolis pretty quick, and to the left is pretty much all Edina. The cool thing with a lot of these boutique stores is you can't find them anywhere else in the Twin Cities. Yeah, we have places like Lululemon that you can find, you know, Mall of America and a couple of the other malls, but the other storefronts that we have here are very unique to the 50th and France area, and that's what really makes it truly the heart of Edina and probably one of the most desirable areas in the entire city of Edina is this 50th and France area. So you can see here we got a little bit of new construction going on. You got everything you need. There's, you know, even your pharmacy is right here with Walgreens. You have rentals that you can have here along with single family homes. So it really makes it something really for everyone, whether it's the shopping, the eating, the housing, it's all kind of right here at 50th and France. So a quick note before we dive in deeper, you know, if you're seriously considering Edina or any of the other suburbs across the Twin Cities, you know, I help families navigate neighborhoods, how they fit for them, whether the schools are right for them, whether it's close enough in proximity to their jobs every single day. So we'd be happy to answer any questions, no matter how small or big they might be. So my contact info too is right in the description, right down below. Now we're entering in the Country Club neighborhood, which is one of the most sought after neighborhoods in really the entire city of Minneapolis, let alone Edina. I mean, it's definitely probably top most sought after neighborhood in Edina. You know, homes in here can range on the low end. You're looking at 800 and it can go up into the multiple millions of dollars. So this whole entire neighborhood was established in 1924, and it was really one of Minnesota's first planned neighborhoods. And the cool thing here is you have all sorts of architectural styles, whether it be French, Tudor, English homes. You really have a little bit of everything in here. Very walkable, extremely tree lined, and you can see as we're driving through just various types of architecture. And I think that really is one of the key things that people make them, you know, really gravitate to this neighborhood. And it's really something that people love because the homes, you know, they can't be changed, you know, and really ripped down in here because it's on the national record of historical places. And so ultimately you're not seeing the teardowns in Country Club like you would in other parts of Edina. It's really one of those more unique things where the homes, you know, for the most part, keep their character, keep their style. Now, some people might look at it and say, well, that's kind of a hindrance, if you will, that, you know, we can't change a lot of the exterior of our home. Don't get me wrong, you can do some stuff and you can do additions. They just have to look like period specific. And that's what you're kind of seeing as we're driving through. To me, it's a huge asset in building a mansion that doesn't fit in or anything. So that's what really has buyers gravitating and coming to, you know, Country Club, is because of that. because they're looking for that particular style of architecture and they want to make sure that it stays, because when they buy it, they want to make sure that that's what they continue to have, not something that's gonna change along the way. So right now we're going south on France Avenue. We're just south of 62 now. Great thing here is we have the Southdale Hospital, which is very reputable, has everything you could possibly need in a hospital. And so it's cool because you get to have a lot of mixed use residential living here, whether it be 55 and up or whether it be senior care facilities. And then it's really close to the hospital and really close to eating, really close to shopping. So everything that you need right here is in the main commercial district of Edina, which really is on France Avenue, just south of Highway 62. All right, so now we're entering into Rosland Park. It's a great park. It's got water slides. It's just west of the area that we're just at, right off of France Avenue. The other thing too is it's got a nice little fishing lake with dock and a pier. You can catch different varieties of panfish. Edina itself has 40 parks and over 1,500 acres of parkland. You can see right now they're redoing some of the park stuff here, and that's why we have, you know, the road closed and all sorts of construction. And that's what's really a great thing about Edina, is they stay on top of making sure that they're getting the updates done that they need for their parks. And especially this one is one of the main ones. You know, it's got a bunch of old oak trees, you know, 100-year-old oak trees, which is kind of nice. And additionally from there, walking paths inside the park, playground area. We talked about, you know, the water slides that they have. So just really a great area for kids of all ages. And like most other Minnesota cities, all the parks are really well connected, and that in turn connects all the neighborhoods. So you can be connected from neighborhood to neighborhood without having to really worry about not being able to get there by just walking. So very, very, very walkable overall. We'll kind of go along the south side of Rosland Park here, and you can see we got people out walking right now, and just a great area right up against Lake Cornelia too on the west side of the park here. So have various areas where you can do outdoor grilling, and you can see the fishing pier that's right here, and that's where you can go and catch some panfish. Then it's got a south side of Lake Cornelia here over to the left, and you'll get people that'll do ice skating rinks and so forth. And again, some really, really great homes, a couple which that I've sold actually right on the south side of the lake here. So again, nice area, very walkable, very close to eating and entertainment, and a great park with Rosland Park. All this stuff is very close, right? You know, all these tree-lined wide streets and parks and schools everywhere. And we're going past right here, or Cornelia School. Generations of people that have gone to some of these schools, even because a lot of people, if you were born in Edina, your parents might have been born in Edina, and their parents might have been born in Edina. It's very much a place that people stay for long periods of time and generationally stay. That's why you have such high demand, is when you don't have people really moving it out. There's a ton of demand. So right now we're heading towards Southdale, and we'll talk a little bit more about that when we get there. So now we're coming up Southdale Mall, the first enclosed mall in the entire world, believe it or not. That's kind of a necessity when you're in the frozen tundra. It's gone through definitely a renaissance from having, you know, the Kowalskis here. There's Tiffany and Company that's coming, Burberry. There's definitely a renaissance going on within the mall. So many malls really across the world are taking their architectural influences of being enclosed malls right off of Southdale, and it's been really the longest running enclosed mall in the entire world, you know, even as a Gucci store and so forth. So a lot of high-end stuff by any standard, especially by Minnesota standards. Cool thing too is Lifetime, which is like the fitness club. They have some work space here, not just the fitness part of it. You can actually rent office space and work right at Lifetime, which is a really cool feature, and you know, get that workout in at your lunchtime. So yeah, Southdale, you know, it's got the only cheesecake factory in the Twin Cities, but again, a lot of high-end restaurants, a lot of
great dining. The other cool feature that's something that's close to me is my wife, who's also a real estate agent. Her grandfather actually was the first person to sell the Southdale Mall. The first time it was actually sold, I'm not sure the exact date, but he was the first person to actually sell the Southdale Mall. So it really has a lot going for it though. If you're looking for any type of shopping, it is right here. It's easily accessible. It's easily walkable, great restaurants, a variety of restaurants. And the best part of it is super secure, super safe, all extremely well kept. You know, they even have a really nice movie theater here. And I know those are kind of declining a little bit, but I was just there watching a movie recently, so I can attest that it is very nice. The Dave and Buster's, you name it, there's a little over 100 stores, I believe, inside of the mall itself. So not the biggest mall in the world, but if you want one of those, that's, you know, the Mall of America, and we'll be showing that in a later video. But it definitely has pretty much everything that you really could want. Maybe not everything you need, but definitely everything that you really could want. Right now we're going past Galleria, which has got a lot of really kind of like boutique shopping inside of it. It was opened in 1978, very accessible on France Avenue right now, just heading north and connected to the Westin Hotel, which also has private residence in the Westin too. So again, every part of Edina is super centrally located. The Galleria is just to the south of Southdale, and we'll talk about Southdale in a minute, but we're going to keep talking about the Galleria. You know, from, you know, Crate and Barrel, there's like a lot of good eating inside of the Galleria. There's McCormick and Schmidt's in the Westin. We have Cove, which is a great restaurant that's in Edina and in Wayzata. Very easy to walk from the Southdale to, you know, the Galleria here, but some different shops, you know, from Toomey, Yeti, some higher end brands that you'll find in the Galleria. You know, underground parking, which is kind of nice here because it's raining and stuff. You don't get all that snow and crap on your car.
So here we are at Centennial Lakes Park, which is really probably the crown jewel overall of the park system in and around Edina. What's really, really cool is it's a 24-acre park. It's built right into the fabric of really commercial development. It's got walking trails all around it. You can take and use paddle boats in the summer. You can also do mini golf in the summer. And additionally, behind us in the winter, you can see there's active ice skating with a Warman house, and they really take good care of the ice. So they make it so that it's very skatable. So overall, it's really, really cool because it shows the investment that the city of Edina is willing to make into their park system. And it's really cool how they've incorporated this 24-acre park into all of this commercial stuff that's around it. So you can go and get a bite to eat, go have a couple drinks, and take a nice walk around the park in the winter or in the summer for that matter. And it's just a really, really nice feature that the Edina Park Systems has. So here we are at the very front entrance to Centennial Lakes Park. Cool thing about this is there's office buildings around here. There's the shopping, eating. There's a really great salad bar type restaurant called Cucumbers. That's right here. So you get a really kind of cool, diverse mix of things that are happening. They do concerts and so forth in the summer, which are fun to go to. And there's a small concert area, and it's really a vibrant, really kind of jewel of the park system in Edina itself because of how close it is to work and really residential living, and then the recreation that you get with the park. So it's one of the parks that's a must visit, whether you're moving to Minneapolis for the first time or you're just coming to visit. It's definitely one that I would highly suggest because of all the activities that you can do in the summer and in the winter. So Edina really is the place to be had, the place to be seen. Location, location, location. There's a reason why it is the most popular suburb overall in the Twin Cities, and that's because the home values overall are very protected, because you have that high standard of living. You have everything that people are looking for, from the parks to the shopping districts to eating, and, you know, a really good nightlife scene that they have. So it really checks all the boxes. So whether you're looking to move to the Twin Cities or you're looking to specifically move to Edina, we'd love to be your agents of choice. So you can get a hold of us by emailing us at team@hhgus.com. And before you go, check out this video right here. It'll give you a better idea of some other other things going on in the Twin Cities. And thanks for watching, and we will see you at the next house.